What's going on? Oh, damn. Wait a minute. Oh, shit. Wait a minute. I caught a jump scare right there, man. Oh, man, you already know how we do. What's going on, people? What's going on, people, man? Welcome to Thursday night, which already means that it is the six-man combo with your man, the six-man, K-Styles. And today, we have, as usual, the mad one himself, the mad scientist, Mad Mike Sports, going by the alias of Mo Money. Hey, man, Mike, what's going on with you today, man? What is going on, man?
I have a feeling that everybody wants, oh my God, I can't believe he's gone. No, it ain't that type of vibe today.
No. But before we go ahead and start this show, you know we got to do it for him, Mike. You know what we got to do? We got to give him that roll call. And today's roll call sponsored by High Quality H2O. We got Joseph Thornton in the building. We got YMOF Jamal. We got They Call Me Yeezy. We got the homie Noah Tandale. We got Todrick Davis. We got Floyd Donnelly. We got Jerry Bowie, Joe Houston, Malik not Malik, but goddamn it, William Amy, ATL Leo. Hey, we got Brian Peoples. We got Eric McDowell. Got the little homie Tell Sports and Gaming. We got one of our playing partners, Ed J. And boy, you over here playing videos and shit, bro. What's going on?
I'm trying to.
You say you trying to make some money over there.
I'm trying to do some producer stuff and yeah.
Oh, it's all good. It's all good. It's
the
all
volume
good.
A little bit too high. That's all.
We got Elite. We got Marwin Johnson, and we're gonna do the last one here, D. Coleman. If I haven't counted your name, we appreciate you joining. We're gonna still get some more roll calls later on in the show. But as you see tonight's show, we're going down the road to the NFL draft. As we already know, this is the post Matt Ryan era. And we've already know what is the direction and how this team is going to go. We have people talking about, well, we might as well tank this season for such and such or get a quarterback. I'm going to tell y'all right now, don't be so quick to give up on this team. It ain't the greatest team in the world. This wasn't the greatest team last year. That you was essentially 3 or 4 plays from being 10-7. Let's keep it real on that one. But you know what? I'm not gonna sugarcoat around. Let's go ahead. Let us just go ahead and get straight into it. We have a portion of the Falcons fan base. I ain't gonna say a portion. I say most of Atlanta wants Malik Willis.
Right.
Let's just keep it real. But it seems like it was a lot of Falcon heavy personnel at Cincinnati's pro day. What does that mean? Are they here? Were they there for Desmond Ridder as well? So we got kind of a little NFL draft quarterback controversy here. Because We're gonna start it off like this. We're gonna start off like this. We're gonna break off what I'm gonna ask you, Mike, like what's the goods and the bads of these two quarterbacks? Because I know this is like the main thing that they want to hear. The main thing.
Mm-hmm.
What is your pros and cons as far as Malik Willis?
Um, as you guys know, I do a overall assessment of the quarterbacks. I call myself the quarterback whisperer. Um, that's probably far from the truth, but hey, one can dream. But when I see Malik Willis, I see a guy that can do two things well. He's great with those boundary passes. Um, but in the middle of the field, um, I wouldn't trust the dude nowhere near the middle of the field. Just gonna be keep it real. I don't want him passing nowhere near the middle of the field. Don't think he's very accurate. Don't think he's very well. I won't say very accurate. I don't think he's very consistent. He has a rocket arm. He can make again. He can make all those boundary passes, right, left. Really doesn't matter. Deep. Those deep outs is where I feel as though his biggest issue is because the deep out has a lot to do with timing, not so much the the ability to get it there. Those timing, those deep outs, deep curls, those are all timing. So I wouldn't trust him with that. But when it comes down to what he is and what he can be, um, I want to say he's. Uh, it's pain me to even say this. Jesus, forgive me, Lord Jesus.
Hold on, everybody,
Um,
bow your heads right quick.
yeah, because Lord Jesus, forgive me for what I'm about to say. I know this is a sin for me saying this, but um, I got to be honest with the people, Lord. Um, but Jesus, he reminds me of Cam Newton. Cam Newton without the big body. That's what he reminds me of. Um, it's something that you can work with, you can build a team with, but the biggest issue with me is he's just too small for the impact and the play for the plays that he likes to run. I don't think he has the body to withstand that. I think Malik is going to have a short career. If he keep playing the way he playing, he's going to last 5 years. He's just way too physical for his own good. Some players, especially at the quarterback position, when you're taking unnecessary hits after every throw, you're running the ball. These guys are taking extra hits. It reminds me of Josh Allen. I still say that Josh Allen is going to have a short career if he continues to play the way he's playing. Malik Willis is going to have an exciting 3 to 5 years, but he's not going to last 5 years the way Malik plays. I love the way he plays. It's very exciting. I could see why teams would take a chance on him. But if you're looking for him to be that franchise quarterback, his body type is not gonna he's not gonna last up. He like Cam Newton, he's reached his ceiling for about 7, 8 years. And you kind of see what that did for Cam Newton. But Cam Newton is a guy that's 6'5", 240, 250, 260. Like, this dude is big, and his body can't handle it. So how the hell a guy Malik Willis, he goes about 6 feet, from what I understand. Boy, Big Chauncey, he says he's about 6 feet. He's not 6'1". He's a lot smaller than what they saying that he is. So I believe Chauncey. All the other scouts, I don't believe shit they got to say about him. If he's saying Malik, he's a daredevil. Yeah, he got a lot of Mike Vick in him, and that's not good. He got a little bit of Cam Newton in him, and That's not good. These are chunky words. So this is not so much my own take. This is somebody that actually knows him and coached him. Malik is a daredevil, and that's not a recipe for success. So for me, I do like Malik, but I'm not building a franchise around him.
Boy, you about took the words out of my mouth, like I said, especially what I saw. Like you said, he does got the arm. I see the arm in there. He's explosive. He's what we call an explosive player. He's an explosive quarterback. That's what he does. But like you took the point I was gonna go at, so I'm not gonna make this too long because you pretty much said everything I had to say. He has a very reckless style with him. And looking at this offense in particular, I think they're looking for something a little bit more prototypical as far as what Arthur Smith wants. Like Malik Willis has the highest ceiling of all the quarterbacks, but it's gonna take time for him. Like I said, we hearing all these mock drafts and stuff, and they're talking about what I draft Malik Willis at 8. No, because I'm gonna be honest with you. Regardless of the two quarterbacks we're talking about, I'm drafting defense first anyway.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, in order for you to build your culture, to build your team, you have to try to get the best defensive players available. Whether it be Jermaine Johnson, whether it be Travon Walker, whether it be Jordan Davis, whether it be Devin Lloyd, whoever you're going to pick at that. Those you have to start building that defense. But for the sake of the argument, this is why we're talking about the quarterbacks, because this is the main thing everybody is talking about. So a lot of people don't get your panties in a bunch. We not talking about drafting the quarterback in the first round. We talk about out of these two. But I look at their offense in particular at Liberty. It's kind of a RPO style, but it's all it really is basically him just running around, goddamn, trying to make shit out of nothing.
Right.
It's not really a structured offense. It's kind of like and like you said with Michael Vick, it's kind of like the thing that happened with Michael Vick down here in Atlanta. The offense really wasn't structured at all to succeed as a whole. It was pretty much a playground style offense where, like, okay, you go out here, do whatever the hell you need to do.
Oh, by the way, block from Mike Vick.
And he takes too many sacks too. And that's another thing that kind of hurts a lot of people. That kind of hurts right there. That's what we talking about, him being reckless. But I'm going to go ahead and get a few of y'all comments before we talk about Mr. Desmond Ridder. Because anybody that's been watching this show for a long time, and I've actually been on record to say this, I am a Ridder guy. That's my guy right there. That's the quarterback I did like coming out this year. But let's go ahead and see, old man. See, you gonna get blocked for this. Talking about Baker Mayfield, Atlanta. Get the fuck out. Fuck I just kidding, man. I just kidding, man. Appreciate y'all joining. Hey, like I said, if you're new to the channel, y'all make sure y'all go ahead to subscribe to 6Man K Styles, as well as look at the bottom. Follow me on Twitter at just6MK, man. We are on the road to 1K. I'm calling it 1K. We getting close to it, so we definitely appreciate everybody here. I like this question right here. We talking about Malik Willis and Ridder as if Mariota is our guy and surprise us. Official becomes our future, meaning drafting the QB with 8 would be a waste. Get a wide receiver so we can get a wide receiver 1 or D line with 8. And that's the thing. We have to also, that's the thing we kind of forget as well, is we got to remember Mariota's 28 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, this dude, let's look at Mariota, for example. I wish I had a picture of him up here, but it's all right. Yeah, y'all know what he looks like. But he has familiarity with Arthur Smith. You have to remember, he's been around Arthur Smith. He was around Arthur Smith when he was a rookie, so they know each other pretty well. He know what tendencies and stuff that's coming within his system. He's a quarterback that has mobility. That's what a lot of y'all want, right? He's a mobility quarterback. I wouldn't say he got the strongest arm in the goddamn world, but I see him throwing a lot of out routes, and they look pretty good out. There's some pretty good out routes I saw him throwing, so that's very important. Mariota, but the only knock on Mariota is, and hopefully, for our sake, hopefully that he does have that resurgence down here in Atlanta, because I think if he wasn't getting injured so often early in his career, it actually would have took off a lot better than what it was, what it ended up being. So his main concern right now is the durability factor. But if he's durable, y'all seen the last time Mariota played the Falcons? The motherfucker damn near had a career year against the Falcons, and then blew ass the next week and got benched.
It's about confidence and
right.
For him, right, it's all about confidence. He has the tools, just gotta put it together. Stay healthy.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. And then, like you said, at the same time, we have to remember they reuniting, and he's older. He's seen it from the backup role now. He's seen it as a starter, and he's seen it as a backup. And the thing about it is, maybe those years as a backup maybe did him some good. Because if you look at it, you're learning more. And a lot of people don't realize about backup quarterback. Backup quarterbacks are more around the film room and coaches than really the starters are. So he's picking up extra stuff up here. But at the end of the day, it's just going to come down to this. Falcons going to be running the ball. What do I say? Run the damn ball. Ball. This is what you're going to see this year. So, in order for this system, in order for this team to be successful with that kind of balance, you got to build the defense up. Ball control, limiting your opponent's possessions, and ball control is very important.
Forces the offense to change their game plan. When you control the ball long, they got to be much more aggressive. And then your defense, like a DNP, it doesn't give up a ton of big plays anyway. It plays right into his hands.
Right.
So nice balance.
So the thing is, we don't know what to expect. This is what the rebuild is about. We don't know now. Like you said, and for a lot of the people out here, and I've noticed, and I'm just gonna make this one little point before we get to the next one. I was about to say the Twitterverse and the social media verse has been real dry the last couple of days. It's been real dry.
Why is that, K-Style?
The scapegoat is gone now, people. It's time to talk some real football.
That's your favorite content creator questions about football now. Who's gonna run the ball? Who's gonna win the left guard position? Who's gonna be the center?
Right,
Who's gonna be a
right,
special teamer? Who's gonna be the
right,
gunner? This
right.
the long snapper.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if they
So
answer those questions.
right, right. So everybody, y'all go ahead and leave y'all questions in here, and we're gonna save them for the end of the show as well, the
Mm-hmm.
last portion of the show. But all right, Mike, let's go ahead and let's go ahead and get into the next one. Mr. Desmond Ridder. Now, I'm gonna let you start this one off again.
Mm-hmm.
I want to get your take on this, on Desmond Ridder, and what do you see from him? And I'll give
Well,
my take to it afterwards.
I love and hate what I'm about to say. um, the reason why I love what I'm about to say is because I do see Ritter as being a guy that can make all those level throws. He can throw the ball across the middle, as you so eloquently stated early. And as they run a lot of tight end sets in with Cincinnati, the first thing that you kind of brought to my attention is that he does throw the ball across the middle. And being in the NFL, a lot of those teams are going to take those boundary throws away from you. So if you don't have a big time arm in the NFL, you can't make those boundary throws consistently. They're going to force you to throw the ball over the middle. If you don't have the accuracy to do that consistently, then you're not going to be very good. Good news for Mr. Ridder. That's what he does well. He's an RPO puppet. You know how I feel about RPO puppets. But being that now I have to focus on being an RPO guy, because that's essentially what we're gonna run. We're gonna run a lot of RPO. We ran a lot of RPO formation. We ran a lot, especially towards the end of this past season. Run a lot of RPO stuff, a lot of RPO concepts that a lot of people didn't catch. Using your elite receivers to kind of be the shield, because you got a big 6'7" like 6'7" tight end / wide receiver. His sheer girth is just gonna be in guys' way. So you can sneak guys in under him, throw the ball quick, get out of hand, let him use his athleticism, get those yak yards. So we're gonna see a lot of those concepts with the Atlanta Falcons. So Ridder, he's a great RPO quarterback. So I think he's going to be right at home. I think he's going to fit in right at home. If the Falcons end up getting him in the second, third round, I don't know where they were looking at. They could possibly see him as a first round talent. We could see them trade back into the first round because they got an extra. Damn, they got 2/3 on that. I just thought about that. Yeah, they got 2/3 this time. So they could Falcons could do so many good things. But I could see them trading back up into the first round or early in the second round to get a guy like Ridder. So at this moment, I think if anybody's perfect for what this team is right now, Desmond Ridder is that guy.
Well, getting to what I would say. There's one thing in Cincinnati. One thing in Cincinnati that you forgot to mention. It is an RPO style offense. What does Arthur Smith's offense pertain to using as his main weapons?
Those tight ends. Those tight ends. Those tight
That's
ends.
exactly.
Those tight ends. Those tight ends.
Tight ends in Cincinnati catches a lot of the tight ends at Cincinnati caught a lot of passes. I'm gonna just say it right there. They're one of the only few schools that really utilize multiple tight ends.
Outside of Georgia,
even though right. So, like you said, the outside throws, I see the outside throws, the outside outs. Like I said, I've seen him consistently. He's like that. Oh, I'm gonna say consistently, he has a strong live arm when it comes to throwing those outside routes. Like I said, once again, he's another guy that can move. You can move him out the pocket. He can throw on the run as well. He's a little bit he's a little bit on the leaner frame as far as the height. He's kind of like pretty much kind of like a smaller version of Marcus Mariota.
He's a lean guy. He can move around.
But he as well just like Malik Willis, he's a tough guy. He will stay in the pocket when need to. He's not scared to stay in the pocket. The only problem with him is inconsistencies at times. Like I said, both of these guys are project quarterbacks. These ain't no like surefire, I'm gonna start them day one thing unless you really, really desperate. Even if that was the case, they wouldn't have signed Marcus Mariota in the first place. But with the right coaching, with the right tutelage, with the right people in front of him, these are, like I said, he's definitely a guy that could step in year 2-ish, midway 2-ish, and already have that knowledge of the playbook and to take it right away. This is the same thing that happened with Patrick Mahomes in Kansas City. The biggest difference is Mahomes came in a situation where they was a 12-4 playoff team. You'll be coming into a situation where you're a 7-10 team. Cannon of an arm, bro, and it's smooth, and it comes out smooth too. He's a smooth thrower. I saw a question up here about Ultra Shadow 97. We're gonna save that for later. I kind of got some what the fucks about that question, but we gonna save that for later. So it's gonna, like I said, these two guys are interesting prospects that the Falcons are kind of looking at. Like I said, we don't know if they're gonna pull the trigger on either one of these two, but it's just a good food for thought. Because what this situation with Deshaun Watson and trying to get Deshaun Watson and trading Matt Ryan, they did. Mike, I'm gonna ask you a question, and we're gonna talk about that. I want to talk about that press conference for a few minutes. Did you catch the body language?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Didn't it kind of feel like they walking on eggshells just a little bit? Because I was looking at the eyes. The eyes was telling me something like it was telling me like they bet it's like one of those things where y'all better get this shit right soon, man. My reputation's online. Y'all better get this shit soon, or y'all asses is fired type of look.
That's not like let's keep it 100, right? Let's just keep it 100. You're gonna be labeled as the guys that got rid of a legend. Just no other way to say it. You are going to be labeled as the guy that got rid of Matt Ryan, or the guys that pulled the trigger on get rid of Matt Ryan. So, despite what people may think as far as Matt Ryan being good or not, like, ain't no way around that. That's what you are. You traded Matt Ryan for a 3rd-round pick. So, when you look at it on the surface level, people go like, damn, y'all so fucking arrogant. Y'all really got rid of Matt Ryan for a 3rd-round pick? Y'all really think y'all tough stuff like that to go around doing stuff like that? Oh, okay, you better get this shit right, because if you don't, we getting in that. That's what fans are talking about right now. So, of course, Arthur hasn't proven anything. I've said this before. I don't know how many times I said this. I said Arthur ain't proved a damn thing. Ain't proved nothing.
Right.
He's still in the proving himself. Terry Fontaine, they ain't proved nothing. They proved nothing. All they did was get rid of our best players. That's not difficult. The only difficult part I would say, just like in difficulty in that, is being, perceived as, guys, all right, hard asses, the tough guys. Because you're coming in erasing 14 years of Falcons history with one move. Well, not one move, but several moves. You erase 14 years of most of people's life. All people remember is Matt Ryan, Matt Ryan, Matt Ryan, Matt Ryan, Matt Ryan. That's all they remember. So people have that emotional attachment to him, even if they don't like him. Matt Ryan, and then you get rid of one of our greatest players for a third round pick. They looking at you like, bro, huh? So yeah,
Right.
I don't think they like they under pressure. I like they feel like they hiding something. I think people feel like the body language, like they didn't want to say anything.
Right.
I think that's what it is. I think they didn't want to have to say that, like, this is the reason why we did it. And you can kind of tell that they didn't want to talk about it. I wouldn't talk about it either. If I got rid of Matt Ryan, I wouldn't want to talk about it either. I mean, and nothing you can say that's gonna justify getting rid of Matt Ryan for a third round pick on top of it. So I think that was more that body language. Like, damn, we really got rid of Matt Ryan. Like, it actually, I think it was really fresh on their mind. They human. They're human.
Okay.
This is like Matt Ryan is a Hall of Famer. No matter how much you want to sugarcoat it, Matt Ryan is a Hall of Famer, and now you're labeled as the guy that got rid of a Hall of Famer. That pressure eats people alive in itself. So, yeah. I don't
what you say, especially for like guys that are coming in that are fresh into the job.
Oh yeah, fresh. They fresh in the job. They babies.
But I think really what it came down to more so, it wasn't so much if they got rid of Matt Ryan. I think it was the fact of how it went down. That's what I really think it came down to. Because eventually they was gonna have to find some. They was gonna try to find their guy here soon anyway. But I think with the heavy pursuit of Deshaun Watson and like Tristan West here said, he said, I love Arthur Blank, but he's got to let Terry and Arthur do their jobs. Meddling owners usually are bad signs. Look at Jerry Jones. Like, I think, and we've always said this before. Like I said, Arthur Blank is going to be looking at this like, I ain't got much time left. So he's gonna push the cart to try to get something happening here. So I think more so. Oh, yes, Mr. Mo Money. Go ahead, continue.
I'm telling you here, like, everybody keep talking about Arthur Blank, but I'm gonna tell you right now, Mad Mike Sports is Mad Mike Sports. It ain't K Styles. It ain't nobody. It's something that I built. 6-man K Styles is not Mad Mike. It's K Styles shit. He run this shit. Kind of get where I'm going?
I see where you're going.
He don't give a fuck what none of y'all saying. It's his shit.
Exactly.
He ain't trying to hear nothing you got to say.
Exactly.
Period. Despite what you need to come up here, you need to let him run. That's his shit. He spent $1 billion on that stadium. Do you think that motherfucker think trying to like? I spent $1 billion on this. The hell I care about what you saying? Are you crazy? Let's keep it 100. That man don't care about what none of y'all talking about. He paid $1 billion on the stadium. He trying to get $2 billion back, $3 billion back. You don't care about what y'all saying. Y'all can do all that running y'all mouth and he need to get out of the football. No, that's his shit.
Right. So, yeah. Kind of what I got from it. I think I'm the only one that really didn't do a video on it, but I just give you like kind of like the K Styles version of what I normally do, which is quick, simple. Oh yeah, you good. The bad guy era is here, bro. Like I said, the moves that they were gonna make was not going to end. It was not going to be happy with anybody. One side of the spectrum was going to be mad as hell. So we ain't got Matt. Like I said, people ain't got Matt Ryan to blame on losses no more. So it's down to the nitty gritty now. Once we hit the reset button on that chapter, you have to create a whole new identity. This is why we said the identity of this team, the Atlanta Falcons team, needs to be defense. It needs to be running the ball. Why? Because even if you do draft a quarterback this year or next year or 2024, you've already established that identity to where you're giving that quarterback time to develop the right way. You don't want to throw a quarterback in the fire and your team is not built.
Right.
We need running back. We need 2 receivers. We don't need just one. We need 2. I feel like they're gonna draft 2 receivers in this year's draft. I think they're gonna go defensive line with 3 of these picks and receivers with 2 of them. Get what I'm saying here? This is where building the team is coming down to. So I'll tell everybody. You asked for the rebuild, you got it now. And it's time for us to be here and support this team through this rebuild. Only reason I say this because I caught a few people online. I'm not finna out them because, like I said, I don't know who the hell they are. They ain't pissed me off enough to really out them. But people are already giving up on this team because they feel like this year is a waste.
Yep.
Ain't this about a bitch? And these the main people complaining, talking about they want to rebuild, but they don't want to go through it.
I don't want to go. They don't want no pause of it.
And shout out to Drew Talk Sports, man. Definitely, y'all go ahead and recap his show last night, man. And I'm gonna tell you, like they said, I'm gonna tell you. And usually when it comes to years like this, and I'm gonna tell y'all about this. When it comes to years like this, where there's uncertainty, we really gonna see what last year's draft class is made of. Because this is the perfect time for them to show who the fuck they are. Think about it. You're adding pieces. That's what the hell you're supposed to do. That's how you build the team the right way. If you know you're about to have a down year, use the draft class from last year. Let them get their feet wet some more. Like I said, Deron Harmon is gone now. We re-signed Eric Harris. A lot of people kind of mad about that one. I'm like, no, that's actually good because you still need somebody experienced in that secondary. You got Casey Hayward that's more experienced in that secondary. Think about it. Think about it. Look at the free agency that the Falcons have done so far. Before we go to Q&A, before we go to Q&A for the last like 15, 20 minutes, Mike, I got a question for you. And like I said, everybody, y'all keep leaving y'all questions. Like I said, we're going to save these questions for the Q&A at the end of the show. With the free agency moves, doesn't it feel like that they're going to go heavy on the front seven of this defense? Just noticing by these free agency moves. That's why I said 2 receivers, 3 defensive linemen. Do you agree with me on that? Or do you have a different idea?
No, I think you did on. And this is where I said the Falcons have to get in establishing the running game. And the running game, and I'm talking about the running game in all aspects, quarterback included. Because that's what he wants to do. You saw snippets of that with Matt Ryan running RPOs himself. There was several times during games where he was literally running RPOs and he didn't keep the ball and run. But that's what he wants to do. And the mere threat of that on the boundary, especially for a guy like Mike Davis, Quadri Olison, man, and then you got a guy like Mariota who can take it for 15, 20 yards. The dude is an athlete. Let's not forget about that. He's an athlete. They got to establish that run. Make no mistake about it. They got to establish that run somehow, whether it's with a quarterback, a running back. You got to get that running game going. If you want to see the best out of this team, we got to start running the ball well. We got to start running the ball well. If you want to see the best defense, we got to run the ball well. You want to see the best offense, we got to run the ball well. We got to run the ball. That's what's going to turn the Falcons into a good team. You got to run. You got to establish a run. That's why Kansas City struggled in the playoffs last year, because they didn't establish run. They got away from the run. They started running those goofy gimmick plays, and they end up getting away from themselves. When they stop, when they check the ball down, they use Tyreek Hill, Kelsey underneath, and they just let them get those yak yards and run the ball well. That's when you've seen the best out of Kansas City. That's actually how they got the big lead, and then they turned around, started getting cute, trying to throw the ball deep. So they got away from what football is. Football, if you're running the ball and you stopping the run, you're going to have a very good team. So we got to establish the run if we're going to see what our team is all about. And we, like I said, that's what it is, man. I think we're good, but we got to establish that. We got to establish that run, man. Got to establish run.
Yeah, because I might not. Before we get to Q&A, I'm gonna say this personally, and this is my opinion on this. I do like Desmond Ridder. I like him a lot. If he was a Falcon, cool. But my personal opinion, this is K Styles' opinion, I'm not drafting a quarterback this year. And we need to stop this tanking for Bryce Young shit. I'm sick of hearing this already. Y'all getting on y'all getting on my damn nerves with that already.
Such a loser. You're a loser, right? I'm telling you right now, your face, you don't like it. So what? You are a loser if that's your mentality. Because if he's there, you draft him. If he ain't, we not losing on purpose to go get guys.
Look, Mike. Let me ask you a question. with the Bryce Young hype, who was the quarterback that was coming into this college football season that was talking about tank for such and such, and it ended up being complete horse shit? It was one Spencer Rattler. He went from the number 1 overall pick in this year's draft to transferring to damn South Carolina. So it's not a guarantee that Bryce Young will be good. It's not a guarantee. It's not a guarantee CJ Stroud or anything. But what is guaranteed is if you build those trenches.
Mm-hmm.
Will you build that front seven?
We just hit a hunt done on this mug. Hey,
Get a
man.
hunt done. We got 100 people, man. We got to get at least about 50
Wow.
likes on this.
Yeah,
We got to at
man.
least hit about
We
50.
gotta get.
And shouts out to Miss Maggie T. Hey, man. Hey. Like you said, y'all pay attention over there, man. The first lady and the princess about to do the damn thing over there. About to get something cracking over here, so y'all better pay attention. But like I said, we about close to 100, man. We got to have at least about 50 likes on this thing, so we definitely appreciate y'all. So let's go ahead and get into this Q&A. I got a few questions here, and I'm finna go ahead. We're gonna start with a few of them. So this coming from The Smoke. And he said, and we ain't gonna take too long with these answers because we kind of running on a little time here. But he said, would you take at 8 a wide receiver Drake London or Garrett Wilson? You don't know, man. But I'll go ahead and start it off.
Drake London.
That's about it. Drake London.
8.
At 8.
Man, that's like crack of cocaine. Like that's like crack of cocaine, pure cocaine. Which one? That's like, huh?
See, the only thing about Garrett Wilson that I'm worried about is I've seen this receiver before. Y'all have seen this receiver before in college. You want another Calvin Ridley in here? Now I don't know. He don't moon. He doesn't. I haven't seen him moonwalk on passes or nothing like that. But if we're looking at as far as what this offense is going to be looking for out of these two, it's going to be Drake London because they need big Drake. You need guys that be able to block on the perimeter. Drake London can block on the perimeter. He's not the fastest guy. But yeah, I say it'll be Drake London for me.
It gotta be Drake. It gotta be Drake. Just the physicality from him and Kyle Pitts on that perimeter. If you decide to do that, throw some tight ends in there also, so you can keep them away from the trenches as much as possible. Yeah, I'd rather take Drake.
Okay, we got another one right here, man. Then from my boy Ultra Shot 97, he said, "What do you think of Kenny Pickett from Pitt?
Unseasoned chicken,
dude.
Unseasoned chicken. That's what I think.
Slimy macaroni and cheese. Just say that.
Slimy macaroni.
That's all I'm gonna say. Slimy macaroni and cheese. Not the good kind like we like. We like the macaroni and cheese casserole. We like that.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
We ain't doing Velveeta. We not doing the Velveeta macaroni and cheese style.
No, that shit gotta stick to your ribs.
That shit look like that shit look like stuff that we don't need to. I'm gonna say it like they look like slime and semen up in there. Nah, I don't like that macaroni and cheese. Wow. I'm sorry I went there. But Kenny Pickett does nothing for me, bro, to be honest with you.
I mean, he had a fake slide.
It's like for what this team needs, Kenny Pickett is not the type of quarterback you need, because if you look at what they did at Pitt, they threw the ball damn near 50, 60 times a game. This Falcon fan base already complained about Matt Ryan throwing the ball 40 sometimes a game. If we trying to change the culture, we not going down that road again. It's something about his arm he doesn't impress me at all. I'm just gonna.
He reminds me way too much of Tony Romo. I don't want to touch him. He does. He's a weird ass. His hands little. He just look little. He just look weird. I'm good on that.
Nah, yeah, I'm not cool on that. I'm not down with that. I want to hit this comment up right quick. Because I know we hear this a lot, and I'm glad somebody brought it up. Christian Watson. I'm finna tell y'all something. I watched this guy closely. He reminds me of Plexico Burris. I'm telling y'all, he's a sleeper in this draft this year. Will he be available for the Falcons? We don't know. But he reminds me of Plexico Burris. Just his game. Like, he might be faster than Plexico, but they pretty much have a similar game.
I can see
that. Oh God, look at this. If you bring in Pickett, you got to bring back Dirk Cutter for him. Wait a minute. Hell no. To the no. Fuck no. I don't want nothing to do with that. Millie Mills came in with this one. He said, what do y'all think of the impact of Damian Williams will be? Damian Williams is a running back that would allow Cordero Patterson to go back to playing wide receiver.
Mm-hmm.
That's what this offense needed. This offense needs Cordero Patterson to play wide receiver. It doesn't need him to play running back. He don't need to be a tailback in this system. Not for a time anyway.
Mm-hmm.
You can use the gadget plays here and there, maybe 2, 3, maybe 3, 4 times a game if you're trying to switch stuff up. That's fine. But when you running Cordero Patterson almost 15 times a game, no. Because one thing I do like, and this is the same Damian Williams that came from Kansas City, in which that Super Bowl Damian Williams should have been MVP. I'm saying it right now. Patrick Mahomes did not deserve that MVP. That was all Damian Williams. But he's a little bit more on the patient side as far as the running backs that we're kind of used to.
Mm-hmm.
When we're looking at how his style goes, he's not gonna wow you as far as explosive plays, but what he do is he's gonna take what's given to him. He's got good hands out the backfield. You essentially I would say he's not the greatest run blocker, but he can somewhat give you that kind of pass protection just a little bit. But it's essentially what that move showed is that they're planning on moving Cordero Patterson to full-time wide receiver. Because remember, when he signed, it didn't say running back / wide receiver / safety. It said wide receiver / running back / safety. Let's see what else we got here. Yeah, boy, I'm about to say, boy, the Falcons get Kenny Pickens with that 8th overall pick. I'm gonna be looking at him with the goofy face. Look like, the fuck was y'all thinking, boy? Y'all must got some kind of plan over here that we don't know about. I say I understand, like, we call y'all the bad guys and we don't know shit, but come on, bro. We know Kenny Pickens ain't it down here. It was a question I had right here. I like this question. D-Com said, y'all like Hassan Haskins from Michigan? Yes. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I'm not even gonna tell you no lie. I do. He. This dude is he's a more explosive TJ Duckett. Let's just say that he's a power back. Problem is, he's not a versatile back, but he can give you the pass protection as well. He biggish. He plays. Let's just say he plays. He plays big. Let's just say that. He doesn't fumble the ball. He doesn't really fumble the ball that much. That's a good thing. Mike Davis. Yeah, we seen some fumbles from you last year that had a lot of people like,
we know that.
Really, nigga, you gonna fumble the ball in that situation? But yeah, he's not. Yeah, Hassan Haskins is not explosive. He's not an explosive back, but what he does is he gives you that power back yardage. He's like you need 4 yards here. He's going to give you 4 yards. He's going to run through somebody to get them 4 yards. He's a battering ram. That's what Mike Davis was supposed to be, a battering ram, but that battering ram needs some WD-40 on them wheels. That's what it needs. But I love Hassan Haskins, man. I think he's one of those running backs that if he's in a committee system, and he's pretty much kind of like that third and 1 goal line situational type of back. That's where he'll do his most damage at. And like I said, because like I said, I like Dameon Pierce. I like Dameon Pierce too. Dameon Pierce is the better back of the two. But as far as you talking about today, 2 and 3, if they don't get Dameon Pierce, if they decide to go running back, Hassan Haskins would definitely be somebody on the radar that can help the Falcons a lot. Here about my homie. Let's get it, GA. Oh, here you go. My homies are just too sweet. Yeah. And Jonathan Matt, he asked that question. We kind of answered. I'm gonna ask you this question, Mike. If they go running back, who's the number 1 running back you looking for? I mean, I kind of have a feeling who you would say. I'll let you go ahead and ask the question for the people, man. Ask for my homie here.
The more that I think about it, it's 2 guys. We're talking about a new team now, a new identity. It's just a different style, because what you have now, you need a team that's gonna running back that's gonna set a tone up front. Matt Ryan is the type of quarterback that was able to get you out of looks with just his intelligence. I don't think Arthur Smith give a shit about that no more. So with that being said, I gotta go with 2 running backs, 3 running backs. Brian Robinson, Haskins, and Dameon Pierce. I gotta go, because you're setting a standard, a precedent now. You're not gonna have that quarterback that's gonna get you out of looks just with his intelligence. Matt Ryan can get you out of look just because he's seen everything. Not that Mariota is gonna get you out, like, not to say he's not smart, but he ain't Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan is cerebral. He can just beat you just off. All right, you show me this 3 look. You gonna do this to me? I'm Matt Ryan. All right. I'm gonna just check it down. I'm gonna just check it down. Make you get out of that look. Like that's the type of Matt Ryan. That's the thing Matt Ryan can do. You show him a 4-wide look. Oh, you gonna give me 4 wides and leave Julio wide open in the middle of the like? That's the type of quarterback Matt Ryan is. He see you in a 4 wide. He gonna pick that 4 wide until you do something about it. So younger quarterbacks not gonna do that. So what you're gonna need to do is force them by doing it with different types of personnel. Right. And that's why you got Mariota, because he can move around with his legs. You can do some bootlegs, you can do those things, but you got those running backs. Right. Don't nobody want to talk to no Robinson. Don't nobody want to talk to Robinson. Don't nobody want to talk to Pierce. Don't nobody want to talk to Haskins. Them some big dudes. They hard to bring down. So it ain't gonna be none of that.
Hey, look, we damn sure don't have none of this.
We don't. So I think it's gonna be a difference. I don't think Arthur cares about that intelligence anymore. He just want to bust you in the mouth. We gonna bust your ass in the mouth until we keep busting your ass in the mouth until you make a decision on what you want to do.
Right. And Tab Sports and Gaming here said, "What do y'all think about James Cook? He gives me Alvin Kamara vibes." Yes, he does. But as Mike said, it's a whole different. Like I said, it's a whole different ball game now. I mean, you have to establish some type of physical dominance now. You don't really have like he said, you really don't have a quarterback that's. I'm gonna say a general as far as like really looking coverage and seeing and anticipating stuff. Not saying that Mariota can't do it, but he's not on that level of Matt Ryan. So what you have to do is like James Cook. Like I said, James Cook. Like I said, if they do get him, like I said, that would be good. Like I said, that would be a damn good pick because you would essentially have a change of pace type of back. You know what? It just depends. It depends if that's how they want to do it. Because you still do gotta have kind of like a change of pace type of guy. Yeah, he does give me Alvin Kamara vibes because if you read about what they did at the Georgia Pro Day, they were looking at him running routes. Not just him, but Zamir White as well.
Zamir is a sneaky one too.
Yeah. Yeah, that injury history kind of plagues him, but that kind of gives you kind of like that 7th round steal if they wanted to go down that route. But I like James Cook though. I do. Like I said, it just depends on how they do this running back room. Because if they keep Mike Davis, which I kind of feel like they might, I don't know. It might, like I say, I could see that, but that means somebody's going to have to goddamn get their pass protection skills up.
Right.
But if you're talking about like a little guy like that, if it ain't James Cook, it's Kieran Williams from Notre Dame because that motherfucker will block your ass. Like he's small as shit, but he will block the shit out of you.
You're not afraid of that contact, that's for sure.
Right. But appreciate it. I think we're gonna end it on this question. I want to end it with one more question. I know people talking about D. Alford, but I gotta see some more stuff of him. I don't really know him too often, so I can honestly say I can't really give you an opinion on it. Try to get one more question. This dude, Mr. Taylor, stupid as hell. He said, "I'm smoking a mild for the black and mild Falcon fans." Had me rolling the other side. Hey man, the black and mild crew is fucking hilarious. I appreciate it, Jay, with your drunk ass. Appreciate you talking about you like to hear. I appreciate it. Let me see. I'll try to find one more question. So I can't really answer the D offer thing because I don't really know too much about him. Okay. We're gonna do hold on. I had it. Oh God. Two more questions. When the last time Bama QBs have been anything? We just saying. I'll wait. I will wait on that.
I couldn't tell you.
Let's see. Is one more in here? I saw one more in here. I thought that was all right. Okay, this will be the last question of the night. I don't see it in here, but I'm gonna kind of say, Breesy Hall. Hold on, let me go. I'm gonna go back up to it. You know what? Never mind. We're gonna say that for later. We're gonna end on this one. We're gonna end on this note. That was the Q&A for tonight. We definitely appreciate it. We're gonna talk about Breesy Hall later, in another show. Mike, I gotta get your opinion on this. That's my quarterback, dog. That's my quarterback. I gotta get your opinion on that shit. That's my quarterback, dog. If y'all don't know, I guess T.O. got his ass flamed on Twitter for saying Julio Jones made Matt Ryan. They flamed the shit out of his ass because they were saying like, bruh, how the hell can you say that? And you sat here and cried on national TV over Tony Romo.
Tony Romo.
Not Donovan McNabb. Not Drew Bledsoe. Tony Romo.
He remained.
Bruh. Now y'all found out where Julio's diva persona came from. From this, and I love T.O. T.O. is one of my favorite receivers of all time, bro. As crazy as hell as this sound, I would take T.O. over Randy Moss. But on to my point. I said, bro, this was a bad time this was a bad take at a bad time, bro, because your boy just got cut from the Titans after one season. After they was predicted to go to the Super Bowl because of him. And the bad thing about it is nobody got damn picked up Julio Jones yet.
Nobody,
baby. But yeah, man, T.O. your ass is tripping. Like I said, I know Julio had about 1,300 yards, but Matt is right around 60,000 yards. Where the other fucking 40-something thousand yards come from? That was a goofy ass. Like I said, it came at the wrong time because your boy just got cut, bro. He didn't get traded. He got cut. And man, I'm mad I deleted that shit. Hold on. Well, I'm gonna use this though. Yeah, hey, Mike, I use this though. That was a powdered toast moment right there, bro. That was all powdered toast, bro. I'm sorry. I am so sorry. I'm sorry. I had the goofy thing on there, but I accidentally deleted it, so he just gonna have to get the powder toast moment of the day for that one.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you was gonna say that, at least wait till the guy got signed with another team first. Don't wait till he got cut. Because essentially what you end up saying is that Russell Gage got a $20 million guaranteed contract. Is he a $20 million guaranteed contract type of wide receiver? I'll wait. Exactly. But a lot of people listen their favorite wide receivers, like Lynn Swan was definitely good. Larry Fitzgerald. Yeah. Shit. ATM said here Packers might pick up Julio Jones to the fact they just lost both Devontae Adams and Marquez Scantlin. You think them soft tissue injuries is going to work up there in Green Bay?
It's cold as hell up there.
Cold in the mother.
Bad move fingers up there. You talk about hamstrings.
Exactly. But yeah, like I said, T.O. definitely one of my favorite receivers. Like I said, Andre Johnson, definite. But like I said, Calvin Johnson was a whole nother animal too. So, but we ain't gonna hold y'all up too much longer. We definitely appreciate y'all tuning in to the 6-man convo. Definitely y'all continue to support your boy here, 6-man K Styles on the road to 1K. I am calling it this year. We going for 1K. Help a brother out, man. Help a brother out.
If you have not already hit that,
if you haven't already done it, but like I said, continue to support. Hey Mike, I'm about to ask you. Are we gonna do that Spotify thing you was talking about?
Oh yeah. Hey,
you know what? Now you want to tell them? You want to wait till
we hold
off on it right now. We're gonna hold off on that right now. So we just gonna definitely let y'all know that. But y'all continue to support us, the heavy hitters, for this upcoming season as well. Like I said, shouts out to everybody. Also at Atlanta Falcon Nation for everybody doing the thing. We all trying to eat out here, man. We trying to eat, man. So at the end of the day, we ain't here to play. We here to stay.
Oh yeah.
You ain't gotta go home.
Hell no. But you gotta get the Julio Jones up out of here.
Oh yeah. Deuces. Yeah. You're fired.
You're fired.